Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So for today's video, we're going to be doing part 2 to the video that I did where I showed you guys body mists that smell like expensive perfumes. You guys really enjoyed the first video that I did, and I have been playing around with my body mist and I found a few more. Before I get started with this video, if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amy. I do videos on fragrance, beauty, self-care, and body care. If you like that type of content, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. How are you guys doing today? I am so excited to have you here with me today, and I appreciate all of the love and the support. With that said, let's go ahead and let's get started with today's video. Alright guys, so let's get right into it. Let's go ahead and let's start talking about body mists that smell like expensive perfumes, body mists that smell like designer, niche fragrances. So I'm going to start with one that I've seen this on the internet. I wasn't sure if they were dupes for each other, but now that I have both of these, I can confirm to you guys that they are amazing, excellent dupes. If you guys love Carolina Herrera's Good Girl, or if you have this and you want to layer it with something, or you don't want to purchase the perfume and you would like a body mist that smells like it, then definitely Bath & Body Works Dahlia is the way to go. These two smell super close to each other. This one's fairly new to my collection because I have the flankers, but I never had the original. Okay, so that's that one. Yes, very similar. I think I get a touch bit more fruitiness in this one, but if you want something that vibes the same, that is very similar, go ahead and get yourself some Dahlia from Bath & Body Works and you will be smelling like Carolina Herrera Good Girl. And for those of you like me who love to layer fragrances, because fragrances don't last on me, so layering is amazing, these two together would be perfect because you won't really be changing the scent profile too much. They're almost the same. So up next, I recently went and got the holiday collection body mist from Bath & Body Works, and I haven't done my haul yet. That's gonna be coming up soon, but this is the Cotton Candy Champagne, which is love. That's what the body mist is, and this one has bubbly rosé, sweet strawberry, and pink sugar. And when I first smelled this, I did get a lot of the strawberry, so the main reason why I wanted this was for the strawberry, so that I can layer with my strawberry fragrances. But then I started seeing it compared to pink sugar. It has a very similar vibe to pink sugar. It is almost an exact dupe, but you guys know that I was not a fan of pink sugar because I don't like that licorice in there. So to me, this one is the perfect dupe for Michelle Germain's Sexual Sugar. I have talked about this one on my channel before. This is like cotton candy, almondy, sweet, just really nice fragrance, very flirty. And this one is just so close to that fragrance. They're like spot on dupes for each other. Wow. Yeah, so pink sugar to me just has like that burnt type of kind of weird scent that I just couldn't get with. So these two are dupes for each other because this one doesn't have licorice in it. It doesn't have that burning weird chemical scent that a lot of people pick up from pink sugar. So this is pretty much pink sugar, just more smooth and well blended, and then this is their dupes for each other. Exactly the same. You can layer them together, or you can just purchase this one if you prefer to use body mist. So up next, I'm going to be talking about a perfume that is always sold out lately. It's a perfect vanilla scent. It's like vanilla extract type of fragrance. And I wanted to find something that could be a little bit similar. It's not an exact dupe, you guys, because it's kind of hard to find an exact dupe for this. But this is Kayali's Vanilla 28 fragrance. But I did notice that when I first got this fragrance, I thought that it kind of reminded me of warm vanilla sugar, but it does not. They're not really comparable. I layer them together and they are stunning together. But if I really wanted to find something that was close to this one, I would say that the new Victoria's Secret Bare Vanilla Untamed gets pretty close. It's not as deep because this one has like this deep and richness to it that is very hard to find in body mist. But if you want something that is going to give you kind of a similar vibe, I would say to check this one out before it sells out, because this one is limited edition, so it's not going to be found after this season. But they are pretty close to each other, except that this one just has that brown sugar scent in it. But yeah, these two are pretty close. They're not dupes, they're not exactly the same, but they vibe super, super similar. This next one, I couldn't believe how insanely similar these two are. I couldn't believe it. So every time that I buy body mist, I kind of just play around with my fragrances and see what reminds me of what. Sometimes I find good ones, sometimes I find some that start off similar but then end up totally different. But these, wow. So the body mist that I am talking about is from Bath and Body Works as well, and this is Ivory Cashmere. And this one is fresh lakeside air, silver musk, and white amber. It's a very clean scent, but it's not too soapy. It's just so nice. So nice. It has this feminine touch to it, so it's not like a straight up bar soap or something like that. It's just clean but very pretty at the same time. And this is almost an exact dupe for Elizabeth Arden's white tea, which is right here. You guys, I sprayed these yesterday. I took it to my husband. He said yes, they are insanely close to each other, and you can layer them and they would be amazing together. I would say that white tea has a teeny tiny bit of this like sweetness in there that the Bath and Body Works doesn't have, but everything else is the same. On the skin, they dried up super close to each other. So if you like Elizabeth Arden white tea, or if you want something that smells clean, put together, just like pure almost, like this is just someone that walks by you and anyone would just say, wow, she smells good. These two, amazing dupes. Okay, up next I have two that you guys have commented, and I have also seen it in other places compared to each other. I think also Bath and Body Works website also someone mentioned it. But this is Bath and Body Works Bonfire Bash, and this is like a smoky, just warm type of fragrance. And a lot of people were saying that this is like a softer, toned down version of Repliica's By the Fireplace, and I have to agree. They're not, you know, by buying this, I don't want you to think that you're going to get this, because this is Repliica. They're very strong. They're like out there in your face fragrances that you just, they're potent. But if you want this just a little bit more subdued, a little bit more delicate, this is the same exact vibe. So Bonfire Bash, so good. That smokiness in there is just perfection. It's not too much. And then this one, I got the travel size because the first time I smelled this one, I wasn't a fan, but you have to give it a second to dry down, and that's when you get that beautiful, yes, imagine Bonfire Bash but with a little bit more spice and oomph to it, and then you have By the Fireplace. But layered together, these two would just be amazing. And again, if you don't want to layer and you just want to purchase it on its own, Bonfire Bash is the perfect dupe, or kind of the same vibe as By the Fireplace. Very, very similar. Just this one's a little bit more like woodsy, but they're there. Very sexy, smoky fragrances, perfect for fall time and for winter. The next one is Fireside Flurries by Bath and Body Works, and this is toasted marshmallow, pink lavender, and cashmere woods. And this one doesn't open up the same as what I'm going to show you, but once they're drying down, they are super, super similar. And the two that I have here are Ariana Grande's REM and Repliica's Coffee Break. So of course, this one opens up with that blast of coffee. This one has lavender in it. They all have lavender though, so that's what helps here to have that similarity. So this one just has a little bit more coffee in the opening, but that background without the coffee is almost identical to Fireside Flurry. So these would layer beautiful again together. And then you have REM, which I mentioned is pretty much the same as Coffee Break, just without the coffee. So these two I would say are very, very, very close to each other. And then Coffee Break just has that coffee note added in. But once that coffee kind of calms down a little bit and you get that lavender coming in, these are all super, super similar. Yeah, super, super close to each other. So this last dupe, I am super excited. We're gonna get into the sexy side, deep. I cannot believe this dupe. And again, it's not going to be an exact dupe because you cannot... I'm sure that you can dupe this masterpiece, but I am not expecting a fragrance mist to be exactly the same as this fragrance that I'm going to talk about, because it's a little hard. I mean, this is just, it's intense, it's rich, it lasts a very long time. It's just everything that I want a fragrance to be, but they vibe super, super close to each other. And the body mist that I am talking about, I went to Victoria's Secret to see what new body mist they had, and they hadn't received too many new ones in my store yet, but this was there, and once I smelled it, I just took this one, even though I didn't buy much that day. But this is the Cherry Elixir. First of all, the packaging is just very sexy. It's ombre from black to red. And the notes are black cherry, liquid amber, and quiet mystery. They love to add those weird descriptions. But this, when I sprayed this, immediately, I immediately got one of my favorite fragrances come to my mind. And that is Scandal by Night. You guys, the cherry in here, the cherry that I get in here, that deep, juicy, but it's a juicy cherry, but then it's like very deep and rich and like very just, it's just very sexy. It's the same cherry that I pick up in this one, and I just couldn't believe how close it is. Of course, again, this one has that honey that I don't get in here, but that cherry, I get that cherry fix that I get from Scandal by Night that I don't really get in other fragrances that have cherry. So there has to be something else in here that is vibing the same, but you can layer these together, or if you want this vibe in a body mist, go for this one. I don't know how long this is going to be available, but to me, the first thing that came to my mind when I sniffed it was Scandal by Night. I am done for today. I have to go pick up my daughter from school, so I'm kind of in a rush. But thank you so much for being here with me. I hope that you guys liked part 2 of this video. Sorry if there was a little bit of noise in the background. My girls are playing in the living room. But that is going to be all. Comment down below if you have any dupes that you love, that you would want me to try out myself, and maybe I could feature them in a upcoming video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video.
I've been watching you. I've been watching you.